Hey everyone, welcome back to the Feel Good podcast. I'm Leda, and tonight I want to invite you to slow down with us. We're going to talk about something that sounds simple, but in this world, it's become almost revolutionary: the art of doing nothing.
Hey everyone, it's Umbriel. And honestly, just hearing that title makes me exhale a little. Doing nothing. It's something I've been craving lately.
Same. We live in this culture that makes us feel like we have to earn rest, that rest has to be justified, or scheduled, or productive in itself. But what if resting, just being, was enough?
That's what we're exploring tonight. The idea that doing nothing isn't lazy. It's powerful. It's healing. It's productive in its own way.
Yeah. So if you're listening right now, maybe lying down, maybe taking a walk, this is your permission slip to just be here. You don't have to do anything.
Just breathe.
I used to be terrified of being still. Like, if I wasn't working on something, studying, replying to messages, editing something, I'd feel anxious.
Yeah, that's the productivity trap. We're conditioned to believe our value equals our output. That if we're not doing, we're falling behind.
Exactly. But I realized when I'm constantly doing, I start to lose touch with being. And that's when the burnout hits.
Burnout disguised as ambition. It's so sneaky. You think you're being responsible, but really, you're just draining your energy tank.
Yes. And the worst part is, you don't even notice it happening until one day you wake up and even small tasks feel like climbing a mountain.
That's when you realize maybe productivity isn't about doing more. Maybe it's about doing what matters and giving yourself space to recharge between.
Exactly. Rest is part of the rhythm. Like music, the pauses make the melody.
That's beautiful. You can't have music without silence. You can't have creation without stillness.
I remember reading about something called the default mode network, this part of our brain that activates when we rest or daydream.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. That's when your brain starts connecting ideas in the background, right?
Exactly. It's the reason why people get ideas in the shower or on long walks. When you're not forcing your brain to focus, it starts to play, and that's where creativity blooms.
So even when we think we're doing nothing, we're actually doing something really important.
Yes, we're allowing our minds to wander, reflect, and reset. But because it doesn't look productive, we undervalue it.
That's the modern paradox. We celebrate hustle, but ignore the power of recovery.
Totally. But the people who rest well, think well. They work with clarity instead of chaos.
And that's the secret. Rest isn't the opposite of productivity, it's the foundation of it.
You know what's funny? When I was little, I used to spend hours lying on the floor just watching the ceiling fan spin. I wasn't bored, I was just there.
Oh, I did that too. I'd stare at the clouds or listen to the rain on the roof. Those were some of my most peaceful moments.
Right? But somewhere along the way, we forgot how to do that. Now, if we sit still for 10 seconds, we grab our phone.
Yep, the death of boredom. But boredom is actually good for us. It gives the brain time to wander, to reset.
Exactly. Boredom is a doorway. It's uncomfortable at first, but if you stay with it, it opens into creativity, reflection, calm.
But instead, we fill every empty moment. We scroll, we distract, we escape the silence.
Because silence makes us confront ourselves, and that's not easy.
No, it's not. But it's real. That's where healing happens, in stillness.
There's this myth that rest is for the weak, but honestly, rest takes courage. It's hard to stop when everyone else keeps running.
Yes, rest is rebellion. It's saying, my peace is more important than your pace.
That should be on a t-shirt. My peace is more important than your pace.
I'd wear that proudly. Because when we rest, we're not falling behind.
We're recharging to move forward with intention.
Exactly. It's like sailing. You can't just keep the sail open all the time. Sometimes you need to pull it in, let the wind shift, and realign your direction.
Yes, rest isn't stopping, it's adjusting your sails.
I've started practicing something I call white space moments.
What's that?
It's when I intentionally do nothing. I sit, breathe, maybe look outside. I don't meditate or plan. I just exist. No pressure.
That's actually brilliant. We schedule meetings, workouts, meals, but not stillness.
Exactly. But those unplanned moments bring me back to myself. Sometimes I even realize how tired I really am, or how long it's been since I listened to my body.
Yeah, when you finally stop, your body goes, "Hey, remember me?"
Exactly. And that's when I remember. I'm not a machine. I'm not meant to go 24/7.
You know, that's something I've had to learn too. There's a difference between being active and being alive.
Oh, that's so good. Being alive means being present, not just busy.
Exactly. Being busy numbs us. Presence wakes us up.
Let's talk about guilt for a second. Why do we feel guilty for resting?
Because we're taught that rest has to be earned. It's seen as something you do after you've proven your worth.
Right, it's like you can rest once you finish everything, but we never finish everything. There's always something else waiting.
That's the trap. You never arrive. You just keep running.
And guilt keeps you moving. But the truth is, you don't need permission to rest.
Exactly. Rest is your birthright. You deserve it because you exist, not because you achieved something.
Yes, your worth is not measured by your productivity.
And honestly, the people who rest more often tend to produce better work anyway, because they're balanced.
Totally. Rest doesn't take you away from success, it brings you closer to sustainable success.
You know what's funny? Some of my best ideas came during my lazy moments.
Same. The ideas that changed my direction the most came when I wasn't even trying to think.
Yeah, like when you're just lying in bed, half asleep, and something clicks. That's your subconscious saying, "Hey, finally, some space to speak."
Exactly. That's why doing nothing is actually a creative act.
Totally. Stillness gives creativity the oxygen it needs.
You know what I realized recently? Doing nothing also builds trust.
Trust? How so?
Trust in yourself and in life. When you pause and being still move forward, even without your constant control, you realize not everything needs your hands on it.
That's deep. Rest is surrender.
Yes, you let life flow. You stop forcing outcomes.
And that's where real peace begins.
Let's give our listeners something practical. How can they start practicing doing nothing?
Good question. I'd say start small. Maybe 5 minutes of stillness a day. Sit somewhere comfortable, no phone, no goal. Just breathe.
Yes. Or take a slow walk. Not for steps or fitness, just to walk. Notice the sounds, the light, your breath.
Or schedule a no-plan day. A few hours where you let life guide you instead of you guiding it.
And my favorite, take a quiet morning. Don't rush into emails or notifications. Let your thoughts wake up gently.
Yes. Treat stillness like nourishment. Because it is.
Doing nothing might sound simple, but it's actually an act of faith.
Faith that you're enough, even when you're still.
Faith that rest won't make you fall behind, it'll help you realign.
Exactly. You can't pour from an empty cup. Rest refills it.
So let's all make a little promise. To rest without guilt. To pause without apology. To simply be without needing to prove anything.
I love that. Let's end tonight with that thought.
Doing nothing is not wasting time. It's honoring time.
I love that.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We hope this conversation reminds you that you don't need to chase every moment. Some moments are meant to hold gently.
Rest easy, friends. You're allowed to do nothing. You're allowed to just be.
Until next time, this is Umbriel,
And Leda.
signing off from the Feel Good Podcast.